Hello everyone, and a very, very good morning and a very warm welcome to our classical and opera summer concert here on Home Choir. You're very, very welcome, all of you, whether you're here for the 50th time, the 500th time or the first time. My name is Ben, this wonderful channel here, this is Home Choir, and you are more than welcome to sing along with us today, and even if you don't mind hitting the subscribe button, as we are heading for 10,000 subscribers, and as of today we have had how many people subscribe? 6,381, which is a fabulous number. Come and join us. It's all free. You can see a wonderful community of people here in the live chat. Hello to everyone chatting today, and indeed hello to everyone who's watching later on. Some gorgeous music today. It's a special end of term celebration, and it's a historical journey starting in the Renaissance, finishing in the 20th century with so much music in between. Very much encapsulating and summing up everything we've learnt on the classical side of things in Home Choir this year so far. So make yourselves at home. Make sure you've got a drink of water or whatever it is you're drinking this morning. I've got some rather nice coffee here. Cheers. Well, that's just the stuff. Now, do we have a working piano? We do indeed. Well, I think we should get started then. So let's have Home Choir in the key of B flat today. So if you would please, everyone, sing Home Choir to any of the notes of the B flat chord. That is to say, B flat, that is, hang on, we'll work it out, B flat, D or F, and we can get started. Nice deep breath, and honestly, Governor, I do know the chord of B flat major. Welcome all of you to Home Choir, and I do hope you are having a good day out there. Today we have, well, all of these pieces to sing along with. A bumper selection and a wonderful collection of music from Home Choir's output over the last few months. Starting with Since First I Saw Your Face, a piece from the Renaissance era. Then we'll step into the Baroque with some choruses from Dido and Aeneas by Purcell. And of course a beautiful bit of Bach, Come Let Us All This Day. Then we step into the classical era and we'll have some Mozart, the Sanctus from the Coronation Mass, a relatively recent piece. Then we have some pieces from the 19th and 20th centuries. We've got Verum Corpus by Pearsall, Fauré's Benedictus from the Messe Basse. We've got Lead Me Lord by Wesley, God So Loved the World by Goss, and Oh Taste and See by Vaughan Williams. And this is a selection, as I say, taken from the last 7 months of Home Choir as we've been learning all this fabulous music together. And don't forget, on Wednesday, it says Folk and Fun Friday, but it's this coming Wednesday at 2 p.m. This is our last live stream of the season before we take our summer break throughout August. Don't forget, though, we have reruns going at the usual times, so keep an eye out on your newsletter. Follow the links. They will go out as premieres, so you can come along and chat and socialise and enjoy some time together singing over the summer, whilst my family and I are taking a well-deserved vacation. On this year in particular, more well-deserved than usual. But between now and then, we've got this broadcast and indeed Wednesday at 2 p.m, where we're going to pull together some of the, I think, the most fun we've had ever here on Home Choir. We've also got that gorgeous recording which we did earlier this year of Stop Crying Your Heart Out by Oasis. So join us on Wednesday, and we'll look forward to seeing you then. Now, of course, if you enjoy Home Choir, if you've taken part in any of our live streams, in any of our recording projects, if you've helped us out with our charity work, you know that we're committed to bringing music to the world free at the point of access. But we can't do it all for free. We do need your help. And if you wouldn't mind considering becoming one of our donors, we would greatly appreciate it. Every penny that you send us goes back into making these shows here on YouTube for people to enjoy, not just live, but also for many, many years to come. So if you want to help us do this work, and we are reaching more and more people all around the world, helping good causes, well, go along to homechoir.org/donate, and thank you to everyone who already supports us, because you're a superstar. And of course, we've got our weekly email newsletter. Go along to homechoir.org, click newsletter, sign up, fill in the form, and you're done. And we'll send you once a week beautifully crafted email newsletter which has all the links, everything you need to be a home chorister, and it's all free. So go along to the website and find out how to do it. And no birthdays to celebrate today, but believe you me, a bumper list of birthdays to sing for on Wednesday, almost a concert's worth when we get there. So what we'll do is we'll warm our voices up, everyone, and then we'll get on with some singing. So can I invite you all, please, to sit up in your chairs, to stand if that's possible, but however you're going to sing today, can I ask you, relax. Relax your jaw, relax your neck, relax your shoulders, your upper body. This whole area here just needs to be completely relaxed so that when you breathe from the diaphragm, from your tummy, everything here stays nice and still. So when I take a deep breath in, my shoulders don't move. And I'd encourage you to work throughout this warm-up process on getting as warm as you can without engaging these here in the breathing process. And we're just going to roll our heads around everybody, stretching out the neck muscles. Lovely to see people in the live chat having a nice time. People enjoying the new YouTube crown thing. I have to say, it's controversial, this talk chat thing. If you enjoy it, you go for it. But I have to say, a lot of people have just switched it off. Entirely down to you how you use these features. Rolling your shoulders back and then rolling them forwards. That is splendid. Bring your shoulders up to your ears. Take a deep breath. And as you sigh, relax your shoulders. Here we go. Very nice indeed. Okay, we'll do some gentle humming. Up and down. Here we go. And... one more. Thank you very, very much indeed, all of you. So we're going to begin in the early 17th century with Thomas Ford's beautiful madrigal, Since First I Saw Your Face. And this actually is the most recent piece we've learnt here on Home Choir. All of the pieces you're going to hear sung today have been recorded by the immensely hard-working, some might say talented, Patchway Cathedral Choir, Consort and Opera Company. When I moved here, I had no idea that Patchway was such a hub of classical music making, but since 2020, I think this has become one of the most hard-working parishes in the country, indeed the world, for choral and operatic music. So, Patchway Consort singing for us Since First I Saw Your Face by Thomas Ford, I should say. And if you want to look this one up, we'll just put the name of the piece and Home Choir, all one word of course, into YouTube. You can find the teaching for it. But for now, let's sing along with the Patchway Consort. Beautiful madrigal to get us started. Enjoy.
Since first I saw your face, I resolved to all around me. If now I be disdained, I wish my heart had never known me. What I would love the youth and light shall we begin to echo. No, my heart is fast, it has no species and tango. No, my heart is fast, it has no species and tango. The sun whose beams was glorious, unrejected, no beholder, and your sweet beauty past compare made my poor eyes the bolder. Where beauty moves and wastes in light, some signs of kindness find me. There, I leave my heart behind me.
There we are, everyone. Our most recent piece learnt on a Wednesday, putting a lovely little smile on your face. Now, from the beauties of the Renaissance madrigal style straight into Baroque opera. And of course, throughout this year and a little bit of last year as well, we were learning choruses by Henry Purcell from his monolithic opera, Dido and Aeneas. This really is an astonishing piece. The entire work taken as a whole, a very short opera, but one of the greatest accomplishments in all of English music making. And we've assembled 3 little choruses for you here today. We have the beautiful Thanks to These Lonesome Vales, a chorus sung by the courtiers of Queen Dido as they head off into the countryside to sport and cavort and other things that would normally be covered by a hearty fa-la-la-la-la. Then we have a witch's chorus in our deep vaulted cell, and this is known as the echo chorus for reasons that will become extraordinarily clear and obvious when we start singing. And then Great Minds Against Themselves Conspire, a piece from towards the end of Dido and Aeneas when, spoiler alert, things have not gone very well between the lovers, and Queen Dido is resolved to end her life. So a bit of a selection here, and of course if you want to listen to more or learn any of these choruses, search for Dido and Aeneas and Home Choir and you can learn as many as you like. So starting off with Thanks to These Lonesome Vales, here we go.
Thanks to these lonesome vales, these deserted hills and lanes. Thanks to these lonesome vales, these deserted hills and lanes. So far
So there we are, 3 beautiful choruses from Dido and Aeneas. Many, many more taught here on Home Choir. I see Linda in the chat saying she's doing this with her face-to-face choir. Do point them, of course, towards our resources, Linda. It's all free. We'd just love to have them come along and join us. And Stephanie's asking, does Ben take the lovely photos himself? It's not AI, it's not me. This all comes from a rather fantastic free resource online called pexels.com, which provides videos and photos royalty free to be used in videos like mine. So hats off, or in this case headphones off, to Pexels, and I hope that's answered your question there, Stephanie. So we're going to step from English music very much across to German music now, and we've got some Bach for all of you. You can't beat a bit of Bach, particularly not in a morning singer. We've got Come Let Us All This Day, English words, but of course definitely German music. The grandfather of Western classical music is of course Johann Sebastian Bach, and so let's enjoy a lovely chorale by JSB. Here it is, Come Let Us All This Day. One of those lovely pieces where every note feels placed perfectly but inevitable. That's one of Bach's incredible gifts, is knowing not just which note should follow, but what note must follow the one before. And of course, another composer who very much encapsulates that genius is Mozart. Now, we have learned a good amount of Mozart's music over the last few years. Most recently, the Sanctus from the Coronation Mass. And I see people again in the live chat talking about going to Vienna, presumably with yours truly, in September for some wonderful Haydn. Of course, when I visited Vienna, what I was struck by was how much Mozart is part of that city, as well as Salzburg, of course. And you can't help but hear Mozart's music as you walk around the streets of Vienna and Salzburg indeed. And this is a piece composed for the latter city before he made the trip to the city that he very much considered his home. Mind you, if you want to buy Mozart chocolate, you can go to either place. Now, we're going to enjoy this Sanctus very much. It's a bright, celebratory piece in C major. And if you want to learn it, just put Sanctus, Coronation, Mass, Home Choir into your search engine and you'll get straight to our teaching. But for now, score on screen and nice big smiles, everyone. Here's some Mozart. Utterly splendid music from the very young Mozart when he wrote that, and to be able to hear music of that era in the city where it was first composed, where it was first performed, is very special. Those of you who are able to come to Vienna in September, I'm so looking forward to the event. And those of you who can't, well, we'll be sending you lots of love. And of course, there's lots more of this music to come here on Home Choir. I've got a whole pile of Mozart and Haydn there, just waiting for when we get back after our summer break. Now, we're going to move from the classical era into a more 19th and early 20th century mode. And of course, Mozart's best known, I think, for his Requiem and for his Ave Verum Corpus, but so many other settings of the Ave Verum Corpus exist that often get steamrolled out by Mozart's essential offering. And one that I've really never encountered until I was doing the research for this fabulous channel of Vales was Pearsall's Ave Verum Corpus. Now, Pearsall is best known for his setting of In Dulce Jubilo, which I'm intending for us to learn this coming Christmas, and of course for his beautiful Leia Garland Madrigal. But he also wrote this rather beautiful little setting of Ave Verum Corpus, which feels kind of like a bridge between eras. Pearsall adored early music, and although he was a 19th century composer, he very much wrote in the style of the Renaissance era, calling back to composers such as Byrd and Tallis and even Ford, as we heard right at the start. So this beautiful piece is very much a 19th century piece, but looking back at the Renaissance. And again, if you want to learn it, it's all here on Home Choir. Here it is, Ave Verum Corpus by Pearsall.
Natum ex Maria Virgine passum immolatum in cruce pro homine, cuius natus perforatum fluxitum Salve
It's genuinely been one of the delights of this 5.5-year role that I've taken on with this home choir of ours, to teach the pieces that you'd expect to see on a channel looking at classical music on at least one day a week. But when you get through the essential repertoire, what you've then got to do is to look beyond the books of 50 anthems and so on and start to look for little hidden gems. And that is an example, I think, of exactly that. An absolutely beautifully composed, thought out, planned and executed piece that doesn't get enough airtime, doesn't get enough programming in concerts, and yet is public domain and available for people to learn. So if you are involved in a face-to-face choir, and if you think this or any of the pieces that we teach here on Home Choir would fit with your choir master or choir mistress's intentions, do please tell them about it and encourage people to come and have a look. Now, another piece which I didn't know very well before researching for this channel was the Benedictus from the Fauré Messe Basse. Now, everyone knows Fauré for his Cantique de Chambre and his Requiem, maybe some of his other orchestral works, Masque, Masque, which is beautiful, of course the Pavane and Dolly, but this little Messe Basse, a mass which includes a double bass line, is an absolute gem. Again, not done as often as his other works. And it's just a deceptively simple piece that's just exquisite. Some of the harmonic shifts don't do what you would expect, and yet it sounds completely and utterly Fauré. You can hear it within 2 bars. You know exactly who wrote this, and you know what state of mind he was in when he wrote it. So let's enjoy a lovely bit of French romantic music. Here is the Benedictus.
Benedictus, Benedictus, qui venis in nomine Domini, Benedictus, Benedictus, qui venis in nomine Domini, Benedictus, qui venis in
Utterly radiant harmonies there, just so beautiful. And I think, again, one of the things I love about Fauré, it's a very French technique when you come up with a little harmonic shift where you move from one chord to another that's unexpected and then back again. And they'll often repeat that as a way of just emphasizing, not only did I mean to do that, but I know that's a nice shift. And so it's definitely worth hearing again. Once you spot that little technique and start applying it to the music of Debussy, of Ravel, of course Fauré, it really does stand out. And what a beautiful piece. And more Fauré to come in the year ahead, as he wrote much, much more that we haven't looked at yet. Now we're going to finish with our last 3 pieces, all of which are in the English choral tradition. And as a student and teacher of the English choral tradition, well, there is such a lot for us to call upon here, which is why we do quite a bit of English music here. We're going to start off with Wesley's Lead Me Lord, and this is part of a larger work, but has a couple of beautiful solo lines for alto and then soprano. We learnt this one a few months ago. It actually remains one of my favourite pieces we've learnt at all this year. So let's enjoy a little bit of Wesley. This is Wesley the Younger rather than Wesley the Elder, and with a little bit of Lead Me Lord. Enjoy. Another hidden gem. So many of them uncovered here on Home Choir and taught in full. All of the parts, soprano, alto, tenor, bass, full choir sing through. If you're enjoying this, remember to like, remember to subscribe and tell people about our channel. Because the more people that watch, the more we grow and the longer we'll be here doing exactly this. Now, we've got a piece now by John Goss, Sir John Goss, a maestro who actually was a really interesting connector of composers and of styles. As he connects a big chunk of history, he taught Sir Arthur Sullivan, for example, and there's some wonderful. There's a lithograph of an old photograph of John Goss, which has been autographed for the young Sullivan, to my young pupil Arthur, from Maestro John Goss. It's a real sort of a moment, because I always think of Sir Arthur Sullivan as venerable and of course the master of the English light opera tradition, but of course he was a student once and was almost certainly a handful. And I do know that Goss suffered a little bit at the hands of unruly choristers. I have no idea at all what that's like, but I do know that John Goss wrote a beautiful setting of God So Loved the World, which we learnt quite recently here on Home Choir. So a little tip of the hat and a thank you to Sir John Goss for everything he brought to the world of music. And let's enjoy his lovely setting of God So Loved the World. Here we go.
God so loved the world, that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. For God sent not his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be
Another beautiful, gentle and sweet choral piece here on Home Choir. We've got time for just one more, and this one is O Taste and See by Vaughan Williams, composed for the coronation of Queen Elizabeth II. This tiny little piece, again, a little bit of filler in an otherwise massive programme, massive service, has turned into a beautiful intro. It's been sung by countless choirs around the world to start off an evensong, and has just the most beautifully constructed structure that you'll ever want to see. Now, this is the last piece we're going to sing today, and I'd like to thank everyone for being here. I do hope you've enjoyed your home choir experience, particularly if you're here for the first time. Please do stick around. And of course, although we are taking a break from live streaming at the end of this week, it'll only be throughout August. We'll be back in September with loads more fabulous music. More on that in a minute. Let's have a bit of Vaughan Williams to send us off. Enjoy.
Taste and see how gracious thy Lord is. The best is the man that trusteth in thee. Oh, taste
There we are. Thanks and indeed blessings to all of you for being here today and for all the support you've shown Home Choir over the last, well, whether it's today, week, the last 6 months, or indeed the last 5.5 years. We do have one more fabulous live stream to come this season. This is on Wednesday, something completely different, our Folk and Fun session. And this one is going to contain lots of pop songs, folk songs, and indeed your recording of that beautiful piece by Oasis, but lots more classical works, including some new works coming your way in September, October and November. We've got some new pieces by Jamie Hall, who has sent me 2 works that he'd love us to teach here on Home Choir, and he's giving us a license for us to use his scores, so that is coming your way soon. More Mozart, Vivaldi, more Sing and Send. If you love classical music, stick with us, and you won't go far wrong. So we'll look forward to seeing you on Wednesday for the live stream. If you want to have a look at our back catalogue, if there's anything we've sung today that you haven't learnt yet, well then it's all there for you. And in the meantime, everyone, enjoy your day. See you soon. Take care.